So let me share this moment with you guys. A few days ago, I expressed my commitment to growth and healing, cleansing. And today, this morning, we were introduced over here to the beginning of a huge thunderstorm, right? There was like a tornado watch, and there's a flood watch going on and all that. And I believe there was a full moon in Libra last night, which encourages balance. So I was blessed with this apartment that has a mini forest behind me of bamboo. A friend of mine had informed me that bamboo is a healing plant, and I'm surrounded by it. Rain symbolizes cleansing. We're about to have 3 or 4 days non-stop of rain right after the full moon in Libra. And then over here I see a web from a spider, which signifies a lot as far as like growth and, weaving a new web and a new life. And this moment is just, something told me just come out here and just sit out here, and I'm just grateful. Trying to do this while the rain is calm. Sometimes our connection to nature can be so simple and so obvious that it's funny. Like, look at rain. When you see rain, what does it remind you of? Like, so simple, right? Like, if rain is healing, then what is your tears? What is crying? It's your body trying to detoxify itself, trying to heal itself from, all of those things that are built up at that moment. And that should tell you something about yourself. That right there should be enough for you to really think about, what am I afraid of again? And why? What's holding me back? I had recently dealt with a good chunk of tears, more crying than I've done in a long time. And it wasn't, I didn't feel like a damsel in distress. I think it was the result of a lot of things kind of just being built up and coming to surface. Some things that I knew needed to be done got dealt with. I gained some courage and dealt with some things. And I'm still dealing with some things. I made recently a commitment to myself to go forth and start my process of healing. And I've been taking action in doing so, prepping myself to go into this journey, this season of healing, of growth. And through this entry into this journey, some things happened. I didn't fight it. I recognized it. And these things were necessary. They were very necessary. And I came out here and turned my camera on to kind of just summarize what I've been through and just talk about it, because I know that there's people out there who might be going through similar things. Let me turn auto on because like I don't know if I'm in focus or not. I'm trying to be. So from the little monitor, my skin look good, but I think it's just the humidity. Anyways, so maybe this will help somebody with their journey or encourage someone to start their journey. For a long time, I've been dealing with different things, different constraints that have held me back. I've been dealing with things in rotation. I've been dealing with lessons, and I've been dealing with karmic ties and stuff of that nature. Different things that are pushing me to go into what I'm about to go into, which is just a season of healing. I say just, but it's actually a pretty big deal. I can honestly say that. But those tears that I was crying, it was some mixed emotions in there because I have recently done something that was pretty big for me, and I'm still proud of myself for actually going through with it and moving forward. And I also have been dealing with some situations in terms of my relationships with people, and it put me out of my comfort zone, but it was necessary. It was necessary. I don't have any ill emotions or feelings towards anything that I have been dealing with, and nothing that I had dealt with was I've seen worse interactions, I should say that much. I don't take anything that I received in a bad way. I don't. I feel like what I went through was necessary because it put me to this place of isolation, which I feel like is good for me and it's necessary for this time. It was meant to happen. Like, of course it happened the way it did because I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna isolate myself. I was not. Through this isolation, I still have love. I still have support. There's still that reciprocity of it. Those who love and care for me, I still love and care for them too. But I'm going through a time right now where I need to really focus on the love and care that I have for myself. I have some bad habits to break, and I have some good habits to pick up, and I'm so fully ready for it, and I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am, like, to just step into this new journey that I have been anticipating. I've been kind of prepping myself and dabbling in and out as far as really getting into this journey of cleansing and stuff like that, but I feel like just recently I finally put myself in a space mentally, emotionally, spiritually of agreement to actually go through with this, really do it, really stand in it, really be it. And that's when things kind of just became what they are, and I'm so happy. Like, I'm so content. I'm excited. Honestly, I can say that I'm excited. It allowed me to fully connect. I would say these different things. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. But talking is one thing, So I'm excited to really step into this for real. Growing up, I've dealt with a lot. As far as I can remember, I've dealt with trauma in the emotional department with the people around me. Every single school that I attended, I was bullied. Every last one. I had cousins, big cousins who bullied me. And on top of that, I grew up in family where, we have this way of thinking and doing things, and this habit of, speak a certain way, think a certain way, that is not healthy, is controlling. And my voice, I lost my voice through this process. My confidence, my ability to function with relationships. I got older, started dating. What happened? Of course. My very first boyfriend just so happened to be verbally abusive. I kept getting this over and over and over again. And then through this sort of submission to it, my self-esteem was low. So when it came time for me to start working at a job, going to school, being in university, going to film school, being in teams and groups, I didn't share my voice. I didn't have a voice dealing with authority figures. So teachers, bosses, professors, advisors, you know, and, you know, being in group projects. I'm in film school, so like, it's nothing to be in a group. We're always in groups making short films, you know, casting, crew, and all that. My voice. This, my throat chakra. Ooh, how many readings have I gotten where they say, yeah, you're dealing with your throat chakra. I've had people read me and say, I'm starting to feel choked up, because that has always been a problem of mine. I probably still, I'm pretty sure I get choked up. Sometimes I notice it, sometimes I'm pretty sure I don't even notice it. So I'm just so used to dealing with that, not sharing my voice. And it's ironic because my purpose here and my gifts that I have involve me sharing my voice with confidence, with power in my voice. And I'm going through this process right now where I'm learning how to really stand in that. So that's what I'm going through. Healing from these different things that took my voice away. Through that, I've grown so many bad habits. It's sort of like PTSD from it. Anxiety, social anxiety, like a mug, being paranoid in my friendships and relationships, you know, not being able to handle certain amounts of tension and friction. And I'm trying to teach myself now to be fine with myself. I struggle with some sirens going. Alright, now they go. I struggle with accepting myself or giving myself the acceptance that I see from others. That's another thing I was told in the reading. Being bullied all of your life. You kind of form this habit of worrying all the time. And I have this habit, and I don't think it stems from that entirely. I think it's just something that is a me thing. I just want to make sure everybody's good, and especially when it comes to me and them. So like, if we have a disagreement, like, I'm so quick to try and like get to the bottom of that. When I feel like I'm being placed into a spotlight of like judgment, it'll make me feel uncomfortable. And that's where a lot of my submission has come from. Feeling like I need to be something, perceived a certain way, and never going within and just being me, worrying about what other people think, you know? And I know I'm tapping more into my gifts. So I have like this intuition, and I've been able to sense things that were gonna happen before they happen. People's energy, I've always been able to feel that, you know, dealing with people giving negative energy towards you for so long. I know I'm pretty familiar with that, you know, like feeling judged, feeling this sort of energy placed towards me, even by people that love me, because it's possible. And it's just a time right now that's best for me to be in a moment of solitude. So I gotta learn to love myself. Because then when people do judge, have this like aggressive energy towards me, I'll be able to handle it better. And it won't really bother me. Then I'll have full confidence in myself, believing in myself, embracing myself. I don't need the approval of everyone else. I have my approval. I have my connection with spirit. I have my gifts. I have love to give. I have so much love to give. I have this like part of me that naturally is a nurturer. I always want to be there for someone, take care of, those who need it. I am a healer. I'm stepping into that even deeper than I ever have before. I was given this place to do so. My apartment almost reminds me of like a retreat sometimes. Like, I have plenty of space and plenty of room to heal. Now's the time to do that. I say all of this to say that I'm excited about my journey. I'm about to start doing a cleanse. I'm undergoing a lot of change, and I'm stepping into my truth. Things are being birthed and manifested into this world that are completely tied to my purpose and my journey. Who I'm meant to be, who I am, who I will be. My story is mine, but we are all here. We all have our purpose. We all have our journey. We all have things that we connect on. If you feel like you are stepping into this kind of environment where you have to face some difficult things, you have to have some difficult conversations, you have to isolate yourself, and you have to step back and go into healing, cleansing, and clearing. You're not alone. You're never alone. And you can do it. Even if you do feel like you're alone, you always have yourself. You always have yourself. And trust that within itself is a lot. You can do a lot more for yourself than any outside. We're just here for each other. We are. You hold all your answers within you, We help each other bring that stuff out. Now I'm learning how to reach within, get what I need from myself. I grew up thinking that I need to go to everybody else to deal with myself, when I'm perfectly capable of doing these things myself. This is the time to heal. When you heal, you evolve and you become something that is destined. You become a greater version of yourself. Your world enhances, the world enhances. When we work on ourselves, the world is a better place. As corny as that may sound, when we work on ourselves, the world is a better place. It's the truth. When you have healing and you find yourself in isolation, it's not the result of something bad. You're not on punishment. You're not. You just need to sit down and fix yourself. If you are ready and willing to embrace that, do it. Do it. Accept all parts of you. Everyone has a side that they might not like, a side of themselves. We are yin and yang. We have our dark side, we have our light side. I watched this reading earlier that was recommended to me. She was speaking on that, and it just really made me think of as above, so below. She was saying how she embraced that part of her, so that she was able to heal from it, and that's why her light shines as bright as it does, because she got through that. She knows how to identify it now, instead of denying it. In a reading that I got, one of the things that was spoken to me was integrity. Accepting who you are and being who you are. Don't put on a face because you feel like it's accepted and it's it's what's best or whatever, like with me, always trying to please people or allowing people to control me. Instead of doing what's best for me, I'm doing what's best for everybody else around me. Sometimes it's not just from a place of healing and helping. Sometimes it's straight out of fear and being controlled. That's what this is for. Stuff like that. Grow in wisdom. This is an experience. Imagine what you can gain from it. It's funny because I'm going through these things that I'm feeling right now. This is like literally in real time. I'm going through these things and I'm expressing them to you. But this is very much so my story as well. I'm talking to myself too. I know we all do this. I'm just blessed to have this connection, be able to have this intuition to know the stuff that I know, to be able to deal with this process and being open to learn more. I feel like I've acquired enough messages, intuitive messages and knowledge, and also some of this stuff I already knew. It was already within me. I just had to pull it out. That's with anybody. That's with anybody and everybody. A lot of the stuff or a lot of the answers that you need is already within you. You just gotta pull it out yourself. You know these things. It just takes breaking these habits that you have to get through it. I say all of this to say this. If you know you are full of love, you know you have a purpose, you know you have a journey, and you know you are ready to get out there and step into your truth and start this cleansing and clearing and step into who you're meant to be and start your spiritual journey, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Any and everything that makes you feel comfortable. Not hindered comfort. Not that. I mean, when you're stepping out and stepping into your truth, the stuff that aligns with you and is in agreement with you, do it. Go to your resources. Use some resources. I have resources. I have mentors. I have people that I go to for readings. I have people that I watch online. I have a relationship with my ancestors. I have a relationship with my spirit guides and, you know, archangels and all of that. I have relationships with people that we have a form of reciprocity. We can be there for each other. Even though, you know, through this time, I'll be spending a lot of time with myself. And I'm forming a relationship with myself. Healthy relationships. That's what my theme is right now. So, yes, birds, hello. I see some beautiful birds and insects and butterflies and squirrels. I see a lot of squirrels. Animals in general. I've seen a few bunnies and stuff all in my backyard. I love it. It's such a difference from being in Atlanta. It really is. Now I'm doing a lot of isolation, so I may not post. I may post. It just depends on how I feel at the moment. If I feel led to make a video and to share. I'm doing a lot of diving deep within myself. So a lot of this stuff is very sacred and it's very personal. And it is my stuff, you know. And if I feel like it can help, I will share it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm in this video here. I love you guys. And see you later. Bye.